We stand, we rise, we kill, alright. We stand, we rise, we kill, alright. We stand up, we rise up to give our lives up for this burden, this passion to burn a lifetime for you.
Hey guys, Legendary Ghidorah here, and today we'll be scaling Optimus Primal. Sorry this took so long here, but I had to get every amount of information possible, and I am very sorry this is going to be very short here, because Optimus Primal really doesn't have a lot of feats here, and Beast Wars really doesn't have that many comics. So I did my best to screenshot a couple shots from the series, as well as read some parts of the wiki page, the official Transformers wiki page, which is the official source for all Transformers fans. So I suggest you guys go look at that here. I also went to toy bios and everything. So as you can see here, everything for Optimus Primal is a full 10. Meaning that, yeah, he's definitely one of the strongest Maximals out there. Fun fact, this guy actually used to be a bat before he became a gorilla. Now, one of the first feats of strength we see for Optimus Primal here, is that he's actually able to lift up, or at least slow his descent of the Maximal ship here. And the Maximal ship is a pretty decent size. I would have to give it about a city block's length here. It's a pretty massive size ship here. And the fact that Cybertron just has much bigger materials than us. I mean, you could crash a whole, Decepticon on the city, and it, could level the could level a whole city block, all right? Could level a whole neighborhood if it wanted to, all right? So yeah, I'm just saying here, it's a really impressive feat of strength here. There's also the fact he's been able to overpower Beast Wars Megatron, who's actually getting his own scaling video pretty soon here. It won't be done for a little while. I like to focus on my other series for a bit. So just to let you guys know, it will be coming, very soon. There's also the fact that he went through Transmetal stages, Transmetal 2 and Transmetal 3. His Transmetal 2 stage pretty much came like everyone else's, a massive shockwave, and then their bodies got imbued with Transmetal. Fun fact, Transmetal is actually a metal that survived planetary destruction, meaning if you're able to pretty much dent or even kill whoever's wearing this metal, it makes you effectively planetary. And he became a Transmetal 3 by absorbing Optimus Prime's spark and combining it with his own, so to say. Megatron also got his Transmetal 3 body, and he would scale to, Megatron and his prior feats as well, which means we now have a clear gauge on how powerful Optimus Primal actually is here. And this actually means we can use feats from Optimus Prime himself to gauge how powerful, how strong, and how durable he is. Because again, Optimus Primal has the power of Optimus Prime behind him. Now, one of the few characters Optimus Prime has beaten in the past here is Thunderwing, whose power is actually able to stretch across the entire universe and cause massive destruction. I mean, he's causing mass destruction across the entire universe, or universe-level destruction. And this is a Headmaster Thunderwing, mind you, not the one you see in Transformers Prime, the Wii game. Okay, I even though that one's cool, in my opinion, that one is cool, but still, it's not Thunderwing at all. So you also have Unutrium, which is basically the metal crafted from basically a dying star, basically like Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Now, what does this have to do with anything, right? So one of Optimus Prime's favorite feats it's a Prime fan's favorite feat. I don't think you can know Optimus Prime without loving this feat in IDW Comics. So Six Shot, a high-class Decepticon, all right? Able to transform into 6 different modes. His armor is made out of this Unutrium and dark matter. Alright, that's some powerful stuff. So you have an armor that can't be cracked or pretty much shattered by any regular form of means here. I mean, this guy was overpowering Jazz, Prowl, etc., etc. Just going up and down Main Street here. And Optimus Prime literally says, boy, if you don't get your fake armor out of here, and literally cracks 6 shots armor. That, you know what that means, right? This dude can potentially crack Thor's hammer. This is the same. Basically, Uru and Unutrium are basically derived from the same source. They're dying stars, or basically, you know, you could say Unutrium might be a tad bit stronger than Uru because it's collected from black holes. All right? That's just ridiculous on its own here. I mean, the fact that Optimus Prime cracked it with 1 punch. 1. That's just ridiculous here. So then you have, well, Thunderwing himself and Optimus Prime really just being able to manhandle, rip the Headmaster pretty much to shreds here. And then, well, end the problem. And, well, Thunderwing causing that universe level destruction. I think that gives us a good gauge on how powerful Optimus Primal is in the Beast Wars cartoon. Alright, then you have the Combiners War series. Sorry I didn't get a whole bunch of screenshots in here. My phone was really acting up here. So you have the fact that Optimus Primal was actually able to beat a Unicron amped Rodimus, and was able to go head to head and match the Fallen. Alright, that's a big deal here. Considering Unicron is a multiversal singularity, you can even argue outer versal. But we're not going to get into him today. That's a whole nother video. Hashtag confirmation. But yeah, we're going to talk about the Fallen here. Fallen here is literally one of the 13 original Primes here. He's literally a multiversal singularity. Literally comes from Primus himself here, okay? This is someone who comes from Primus. Literally crafted from Primus himself, and is confirmed a multiversal singularity. This is the guy that fought against Vector Prime, who destroyed time in you can pretty much destroy time and space. Prima, who pretty much can destroy entire stars with little more than just a flick, and even creating the Star Saber, which can slash through the fabric of the universe. There's also one of the Fallen's best feats, well, one of my favorite feats here is that fact that he actually catches Grimlock's blow with his bare hands and just stops it, you know, no problem. Now, that's a big deal here, considering you should know Grimlock would be considerably stronger than Optimus Prime. He's got the feats to prove it. Even the feats, you know, to outdo Megatron, as even a weakened Grimlock can beat down Tarn, who's actually been able to put a beat down on a Autobot Megatron, who was powered by antimatter at the time. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, Optimus Primal is no joke, especially with his Optimus Prime amp. I could even potentially say, and this kind of makes it kind of hurts me to say this because, you know, I'm a big Grimlock fan here, you know, I love my Grimlock, but he's potentially stronger than Grimlock. Now, in the Prime Wars cartoon, or the Combined Wars cartoon, Grimlock did restrain the Fallen here, so there's that little bit of maybe, but, you know, I mean, the Fallen did brush him off eventually, but, you know, still, I mean, Grimlock did restrain the guy pretty easily. So, yeah, Optimus Prime was also a very skilled hand-to-hand combatant. He was actually trained by Rhinox. Actually, that gives Rhinox a lot more credit. Actually puts him as one of the few more skilled Maximals. Actually uses this in combat. Again, he's even used it if he feels overpowered, even using it against, you know, the likes of, you know, Beast Wars Megatron, who you could probably consider is stronger than him based on the beast transformation he has. You know, the usual stuff. Alright? Considering that the Predacons did have, you know, I guess you could say they did have slightly stronger transformations than the Maximals, in my opinion. I mean, they were just better in general compared to the Maximals, you know. So, yeah, I have to say here that Optimus Primal is an absolute powerhouse, is an absolute beast, okay? Now, where would I rank him? I would have to say Optimus Primal in this first form, around city level. That's respective. City level, respectively. Second form, planetary. Second form, planetary. Third form, universal. So that should give you a clear gauge of how I'm going to treat Beast Wars Megatron during his video. Alright? He's going to be the next one. Not sure. He'll get his, I think, a day, you know, after I upload chapter 1 of my Dead Island story. And this is actually pretty important here because, you know, you have characters that Optimus Prime has beaten, you know, like the Void, or I don't know, some other Prime. I call him the Void because that's what it was called him. You know, it was just, yeah, you guys get it right. Nova Prime, sorry, Nova Prime, it just came to me. And Nova Prime, or the Void here, is actually powered by an entire universe. He actually has the power of an entire universe behind him, and he was able to kill him. There's also the fact that Optimus Prime has killed Elder Gods. And I mean, that's a big feat on its own. You're killing Elder Gods. Elder Gods are basically like beyond the, you know, natural foundation of the universe. It's even confirmed that the Elder Gods in Transformers have power to match that of base Unicron, or just Unicron in general, which actually is a big deal. That means they're actually on some outerversal type stuff here, which is pretty much ridiculous. They're also multiversal singularities and just all that good stuff here. Whew, just give me a minute. So yeah. Also, I actually thought, fun fact, I used to think Leo Prime was was Optimus Primal for a bit. I used to think that. I was one of the few people who thought that for a very long time, until I actually started reading, you know, Beast Wars comics a bit more. If you guys like a video on him or how powerful he is, let me know it down below. But anyway, Optimus Primal, Universal, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Been around the world, don't speak the language, but your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me.